to YogiMe. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We'll just give everybody a second here to join. We're starting right at 6 o'clock. Reminder for everybody that we do YogiMe every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. and every Saturday at 9 a.m. So, looks like we've got a couple people joining me. I'm using this wireless Bluetooth thing for sound. So if you could just let me know if it's working or not. Hopefully it is. Hopefully the sound's a little clearer this time too. Hi Marsha. Alright, I'm assuming you guys can hear me. If not, comment and I'll work something out. Alright, we'll get started. So you can just start in a comfortable seated position. Just a simple cross leg will work. Sit up nice and tall. Stack your shoulders right above your hips. And then bring your ears right above your shoulders. Your hands can come to your thighs or to your knees. And if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. And we'll just start to bring our awareness inward. So if you were thinking about something other than the present moment, something that needs to happen in the future, something that happened in the past, just pull your mind into the present. Constantly thinking, constantly jumping from one thought to the next. That's what it was made to do, what it was supposed to do. But just for the next 45 minutes, let's see if we can train our brains to think about the present, to tune in to how our body is feeling at this moment. Through class, you can stay present and think about how this pose feels for you. And maybe you decide to skip it, maybe it doesn't feel good, maybe there's a little bit too much discomfort. So I encourage you to stay in tune with your body the whole practice. I'm just here to guide you and offer suggestions. Not here to make you do something that your body's not ready for. So as you continue to bring your mind to the present, start to deepen your breath. Notice how your chest rises and falls with each inhale and exhale. Stacked on top of each other. Notice the connection of your sit bones and your feet with the earth. Notice any sounds or smells in the room you're in. You start to deepen your breath, sucking the oxygen down deep into your lungs, completely filling your lungs, and then completely emptying your lungs. Flow freely, without too much of a pause at the top or the bottom of your breath. Inhale, start to scoop your arms up overhead, bringing your palms to touch. And then as you exhale, bring your arms back out to your sides. Inhale as you scoop your arms up. And as you bring your hands back down to your sides, exhale and empty out your lungs. Inhale as you scoop your arms up overhead. And then twist to the right, bringing your hands back down to the floor, left hand on right knee, right hand comes behind you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand to left knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you twist to the right. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach up. And exhale as you twist to the left, wringing out your lungs. Inhale as you reach up. And then exhale as you bring your hands to the floor, scoot them in front of you. And then uncross your ankles, bring your big toes together and your knees wide as you reach your hands out in front, coming into child's pose. So bring your chest towards the floor. Bring your hips towards your heels. Your forehead can come down to the mat. Here, notice your lungs expanding and contracting against your thighs. Scoot your hands forward. Walk them forward a foot or two. Bring your knees a little closer together so that they're a hip distance. Keep walking your hands forward and melt your heart towards the floor so your knees are directly below your hips. And your chest is reaching down. You're getting a stretch in your shoulders and your back. Should be a slight back bend. Just gently here. This doesn't have to be your deepest pose. We're just getting started. You can bring your forehead to the floor if that's comfortable. You can even bring your chin to the floor. And you can bring your hands underneath your shoulders for tabletop position. So your wrists are right below your shoulders, your hips are right above your knees. And then as you inhale, drop your belly down towards the floor, shine your heart forward. chest forward, look up. And then exhale as you round your spine, look towards your navel. Bring your spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, cow pose, belly drops down, heart shines forward. Exhale, round your spine for cat pose. Create space in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, cow pose. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, round your spine, look towards your belly button. And then continue this at your own pace. Inhaling, opening your chest. Exhaling, rounding your spine, closing your chest. Back to a neutral spine. Keep your wrists underneath your shoulders and step your feet back into plank. So you're in an upper push-up position. Your belly drawing back towards your spine. And then lift your hips up high, coming into downward facing dog. So use all 10 fingers to press the mat away. Let your heels sink back towards the floor. Lengthen your spine. You can always bend your knees. Take a few breaths here, settling in, finding a pose that works for you. Baby steps to the top of the mat and lift up halfway with a flat back. So the crown of your head is pulling towards the front of the room. Tailbone pulls back behind you. Hands come to your shins right below your knees. And lengthen your spine. And then exhale as you fold forward. Let your head and your neck dangle. Bend your knees a lot so that your torso rests on your thighs. Make sure your neck is nice and loose. You can shake your head yes, shake your head no. Lift up halfway again, make a number 7 with your body. And then exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale as you plant your hands, step your feet back into plank. Hold here. Pulling your belly button in, creating space between your shoulder blades. And then lift your hips up high, coming into your downward facing dog. Lengthen your spine here, press the mat away. Scoop your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then bend your right knee, drop your right knee down on the floor. Turn your left foot planted. And reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips, pressing into the outside edge of your left foot. Open up your chest, maybe your left hand falls a little bit back behind you. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale as you bring your left hand over your left ear, reaching your left hand away from your left foot. Breathing into your left side body. Then inhale as you reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. And exhale as you set your left hand back down. Lift your left leg up. And reach your right hand forward. Getting a little bit of a balancing pose here. Using some strength in your left hand, your left arm. And then bend your right knee, bend your left knee, right elbow. Tap your knee and elbow together. And send them out long. Again, tap and reach out long. Tap your knee and elbow together and send them out long. Reach and lengthen. Inhale, lift them up high. And exhale, set everything back down. Tuck your toes underneath. Lift your hips up high and come into your downward facing dog. Scoop your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then bend your left knee, set your left knee down on the mat, turn your right foot so that it's firmly planted. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, stack your shoulders and stack your hips. Open up your chest. Maybe your right hand falls back behind you. And inhale as you reach your right hand up. Exhale as you reach your right arm over your right ear, bringing your right foot away from your right hand. Reaching, breathe into your right side body. And then reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you set your right hand down on the mat. Reach your right leg up. And reach your left hand forward. Getting a little bit strong in that right arm. Lengthening your limbs. Bend your right knee and your left elbow, tap them together underneath you, and send them out long. Again, tap them back together, and send them out long. And then bring them back together, tap, and send them out long, lengthening. Inhale, see if you can lift your limbs a little bit higher. And exhale as you set everything back down. Tuck your toes underneath. Lift your hips up high. Knee into downward facing dog. And take 5 breaths here. Then look forward. Take a step or a hop to the front of the mat, and And lift up halfway. Inhale. Exhale as you fold forward. Bend your knees and reach all the way up. Inhale. Bring your palms together. And exhale. Your hands to your sides. And take a few breaths here. Bring your shoulder blades together and down your back. Engage your thighs. Bring your kneecaps up. Fingertips reach down towards the floor. Shoulders come away from your ears. Pressing into all four corners of your feet. For Tadasana. Then inhale as you reach your arms up overhead. And exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale as you plant your hands, step your feet back into plank and chaturanga, lower to the floor. Slowly and with control. Inhale. Straighten your elbows just until your body tells you to stop, keeping your thighs on the floor for cobra. Shining your heart forward. Exhale as you bring your chin to the floor. Tuck your toes and press yourself up to downward facing dog. And take 5 breaths here. And we'll continue to warm up with a few more sun salutations. Some of you are probably familiar with this by now. So see if you can run through these sun salutations following your own breath. So inhaling and exhaling which each movement. So look forward, bend your knees. Take a step or a hop to the front of the mat and lift up on an inhale halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale as you reach your arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you plant your hands, step your feet back into plank. And chaturanga, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up high, downward facing dog. And take 5 breaths here. Forward, bend your knees. Take a step or a hop to the front of the mat. Lift up halfway on an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up, stand up. And exhale, your hands to your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back into plank and chaturanga, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. And take 5 breaths here. Forward, bend your knees. Take a step or a hop to the front of the mat. And lift up into your chair pose. So your hips are sinking down. It's like you're about to sit on a chair. Arms are reaching forward or they can come to heart center. Look down, make sure you can see your toes. Then if they're not already there, bring your hands to heart center. Bring your left elbow to your right knee and twist. Bring your sternum towards your thumbs. And then twist back to center. Right elbow to left knee and twist. Center. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your feet back to plank and chaturanga, lower to the floor. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take 5 breaths here. And then forward, bend your knees. Take a step or a hop to the front of the mat. Lift back into your chair pose. Reach your arms forward. Sink your hips down low. See if you can sink them a little bit lower. Bring your hands to heart center. Hook your left elbow to your right knee. And draw your sternum towards your thumbs. And then see if you can step your left foot back. Coming into a twisted lunge. And then untwist. Bring your shoulders squared forward. Reach your arms up, crescent lunge. Swirl the ball of your left foot. Right knee is bent up to 90 degrees. And then bring your hands to the floor as you frame your right foot. Drop your left knee down. Untuck your left toes. Bring your hands to your right knee. And bring your hips forward. Then bring your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Reach your right arm up. As you twist to the right, you can stay here or you can tuck your left toes underneath and lift your left knee. And then bring your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Drop your left knee if you haven't already. Untuck your left toes. Walk your hands back. And bring your toes towards you for a half split. So your left knee is more or less underneath your left hip. And you're reaching your chest and your heart forward towards your right toes. Right toes are reaching towards you. And then rebend your right knee, walk your hands forward. Tuck your left toes underneath. Plant your hands, step your right foot back to plank. And then chaturanga, bend your elbows, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale as you tuck your toes, lift your hips up high. Downward facing dog. And pause here for 5 breaths. Look forward. Take a step or a hop to the front of the mat. And look back into your chair pose. Hips are sinking back in space. Then bring your hands to heart center. Hook your right elbow to your left knee and twist, bringing your sternum towards your thumbs. Step your right foot back for a twisted lunge. And then twist back to center, square your shoulders forward, and reach your arms up for a crescent lunge. So you're on the ball of your right foot, left knee is bent 90 degrees. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then bring your hands to the floor, frame your left foot. Drop your right knee down to the floor, untuck your right toes. Bring your hands to your left knee and bring your hips forward. And then bring your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Stacking your shoulders. And you can stay here, or you can tuck your right toes underneath. Lift your right knee. And then bring your left hand to the outside of your left foot. Drop your right knee down if it's not already there. And walk your hands back towards you. Bring your left toes towards you. Bring your chest and your heart forward. Draw your left toes towards you. It's okay if your knee is bent. It doesn't matter what the pose looks like. It only matters what it feels like. And you're the only one who can determine that. And then when you're ready, walk your hands forward. Tuck your right toes underneath. Lift your right knee. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back so that you're in your plank. Shift your weight forward a little bit on your toes. Now chaturanga, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale as you tuck your toes. Lift your hips up high, downward facing dog. And take 5 breaths here. Bend your knees, set your knees down on the floor. Cross your ankles deeply. And come into a seated position. Scoot yourself forward and come to laying down all the way on your back. Keep your knees bent. Bring your ankles right below your knees. Hands to your sides. And then when you're ready, use your leg muscles to lift your hips up as high as they'll go. Wiggle your shoulders underneath you. And bring your chest towards your chin. Looking up. If you would like to, you can bring your hands underneath you, clasp your fingers together. Keep your knees about hips distance.
You can unclasp your hands, set your hips back down on the floor. Hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug. Bring your feet back to the floor underneath your knees, hands to your sides. Use your leg muscles to lift your hips up. Wiggle your shoulders underneath you. Clasp your hands together. Bring your chest in towards your chin. If you would like to, you can reach your right leg up towards the ceiling. Pressing into your left foot. Set your right leg back down. Reach your left leg up. Set your left foot back down. And then when you're ready, unclasp your hands. Bring your hips to the floor. Bend your knees in. Give yourself a hug. And then reach your feet towards the ceiling. Bring the soles of your feet up. Reach your hands towards your feet, towards your toes. Lift your shoulders up off the floor. And reach for those feet. It's okay if you never reach them. Just giving a little touch to our core, to our abs. Reaching. And then release. Bring your feet back down to the floor. Bring your right ankle to your left knee. Bring your right knee away from you. And you can stay here or lift your left leg towards you. Grab onto your left thigh. You can reach for your left shin. Sorry about the connection. Hopefully you guys are still with me. So your knees are over, arms out to a T. I'm looking to the right. Lift your knees back up to center. Uncross your right leg. Bring your left ankle to your right knee. Left knee comes away from you. Then you can lift your right leg towards you, grab onto your right thigh, or you can even grab your right shin. Getting a stretch in your left hip. Bring your right foot back to the floor, cross your left leg over your right, so your left thigh is on top of your right thigh. Bring your arms out to a T, and let your knees fall over to the right. And if you would like to, you can look left. Shoulders down on the floor. You can bring your right hand kind of guide your knees down, if that feels okay. Back up, or your knees back up to center. Uncross your legs, bend your knees, give yourself a little hug. And then grab the outsides of your feet with both hands. Reach the soles of your feet up to the ceiling. Come into happy baby. So your knees come wide enough for your torso to fit in between. Your ankles are above your knees. And gently draw your knees down into your armpits. Maybe rock a little side to side, if that feels good. Ironing out your spine. You can release and come into your final pose, Shavasana, also called corpse pose. So you're just laying flat down on your back, hands out to your sides, your feet flop open. Take one more deep inhale in, and exhale through your mouth, let it all out. And then from there, start to release all breath control, release all muscle control. Check in with the muscles on your face, and your shoulders and your neck. Make sure you let go of any extra tension. And for the next few minutes, just remain in this peaceful state. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take any movement here that feels natural to wake yourself back up. Maybe reach your arms up overhead, take a nice big stretch from your toes to your fingertips. Roll to the right side of your body, bringing your knees in towards your chest. Use your bicep as a pillow. And then press your left hand into the mat and come up to a comfortable seated position. Just like how we started class,
This time bring your palms together. Press your palms gently in towards each other. And bring your thumbs to your sternum. Thank you for spending this time with me today. The light and love in me honors and acknowledges the light and love in you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much.